from the NBC studios in Burbank, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, featuring Kevin Eubanks and The Tonight Show Band. And me, I'm Ed Hall. Tonight, Jay welcomes from the X-Files, David Duchovny. Britain's comic genius, Rowan Atkinson. And the music of Bonnie Raitt and Bo Diddley. And now, Jay Leno.
From the X-Files will be out in just a minute. One of the funniest guys in the world, Rowan Atkinson. Oh, this guy is terrific. You have to stay with it. Very funny man. And, of course, Bonnie Raitt and Bo Diddley. So let's get right to it. My first guest stars in the wildly popular X-Files, which can be seen Fridays on the Fox network. Please welcome David Duchovny. Now, how you doing? You look a bit,
I'm a little depressed, actually.
A little depressed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm not going to be Batman. Oh. Yeah. You know, you laugh, but there was a lot of talk about me being Batman, and my agents were negotiating, and I flew in, I tried on the suit, I looked good in the suit, and then it came time, I put on the mask, and my nose was too big. Oh. And so we did a screen test where I was like ordering the Riddler to get out of this way. And we were going to change the whole franchise to Batman Ashevitz at that point.
Oh, I see. Kind of a...
And then they started negotiating about that, and then they decided to go with Clooney and go with Batman.
Oh, man. So, well, what are you going to do? You be a trooper, and I think that's the important thing.
I know. I don't want to air it in public, so I'm glad this won't be aired.
No, this is, luckily, this is just kind of a dry run, so feel free to get anything
right? Yes, okay.
off your chest.
That'll be good.
Now, anything else?
Well, the other thing is, you come in for an awards ceremony, and the
SAG thing they just had.
The SAG thing. I didn't want to mention it because I didn't win.
Oh.
But I was just saying generically an awards ceremony. But you mentioned...
It's generic.
You come in for a generic awards ceremony, and they have a big lineup with photographers and stuff, and you get out of your car, and you're feeling kind of good because everybody's yelling your name. Hey, David, yeah, look over here, and you're like, hi, this is kind of good. My work is being appreciated. And then Tom Cruise got out right behind me, so it was like, hey, David, don't get over there. Tom! And then I was between Tom Cruise and John Travolta, so I was just kind of going, excuse me, where's the door? Sir? So, it's just...
It's been a rough weekend.
It's been a rough week, so I'm a little depressed.
But the X-Files, of course, doing tremendously well.
It is.
It's a wonderful show. Let me ask you about this. Now, obviously, you must run into... Do you ever...
Did you hear that noise? That was a...
It was a squeak, and then I didn't quite...
I would like to investigate that. Can you do that again?
That's different. No, that was some
better the first time.
Kind of prairie animal. That last one there. No, the first one was a genuine. Yeah, that kind of. Guys work to get women to make those kind of noises. It's a lot of work.
Lord knows I do.
Oh yeah.
When I hear a, I know I've done.
That's
my
right.
job.
That's what I mean. That's a guy. And the fact that you can get one with doing really no work at all so far is very good.
Like I said, Jay, that's the first time I ever heard it.
Oh, yeah.
At least now I know what to shoot for.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you about the X-Files now.
Yeah.
Do you, doing the show, not that you ever come in contact with aliens, but do you ever sort of...
Well, I work in Canada, so...
oh, that's true. Well, yeah. Well, not if Pat Buchanan gets elected, pal. Do you ever meet people who think they're aliens, or feel perhaps you've had some sort of alien experience?
Well, I have a theory about the whole alien thing, because it seems that people who claim to have been abducted always come back with tales of having their teeth drilled or of cavity searches, proctological searches, things like this. So my theory is that some alien culture way galaxies away has rounded up all their undesirable people, namely the dentists and the sex offenders.
Really?
And they put them on a ship, and they just
sent them here.
They just sent the ship. And that's the ship that's orbiting us right now, just by chance. And every time somebody goes up there,
right, they get probed and
and a big bill.
Now you've been working with some animals. You've had some animal experience.
Yeah, we did a show with like exotic animals, like a kinkajou, which is a wonderfully named, cute little animal, and a baboon. And I was kind of looking at the baboon, and we were staring at one another, and I thought the baboon liked me because it was going like this. And I called the trainer over and I said, look, he really likes me. Look at this. And he said, that's not like. That's he's just about to escalate the conflict at this point.
Oh, he's getting angry.
That's stage one. It's like, you want a piece of this?
Oh, yeah.
So then the next stage, because I kept staring at him because eye contact is taboo, is this. Which translates into, in human terms, it's pretty much again, like, come on, bring it on. I'm in a cage, I weigh 40 pounds, but I'll still kick your ass. And then...
It's amazing how you can read the mind of the animal.
I have that gift. So, and then the final phase is where they show you the back teeth. They go... Now that I had no trouble understanding. As soon as I saw that, it meant, these are going to go in your neck soon. So I asked the trainer, do you have problems? Baboon is particularly violent, baboon. He said, well, our trainer actually, he called me early one morning. He said, I need you to come down to the barn because I got to get down with the boon.
Down with the boon?
I got to get down with the boon, right? So the guy goes, he's not sure what it is. The trainer meets him outside. He said, I want you to stand here and look in the barn. I'm going to get down with the boon. If anything happens to me, I want you to help me. So he goes in there. Cage the baboon in there, takes his shirt off, trainer takes his shirt off, opens the baboon's cage, they start wrestling. Like there's no tomorrow. I mean, they're really fighting, punching the baboon. Because when the baboon is reaching its sexual peak, it's going to take out any male that it can. So this is the male that he's got to take out. So they fight and they fight.
They're fighting over you. No, go ahead. Go ahead, so they're
actually,
fighting.
maybe maybe that meant something different. I've seen that. I grew up in Greenwich Village. So finally the baboon has his teeth taken out, so he's at a great disadvantage. And finally the guy overpowers it. The baboon lies on its back and pees, which of course is submission. Everybody from New York knows that. And so then the trainer does this. Come on up with me. He goes, the baboon has peed, he's on the ground, he goes. The baboon jumps up on his shoulder and starts grooming his hair. He's welcoming the baboon back into the little group
into the
there.
Circle of...
So that's getting down with the baboon. And what I've done is I've associated it with studio executives and stuff. So sometimes I like to go into an office if I can and make them pee, and then I...
In the highest-rated comedy show in Britain, Mr. Bean can be seen on public television in this country. It's also on videotape. I highly recommend it. Please welcome Rowan Atkinson. Welcome.
Nice to be here.
Thanks for making that long flight.
Oh, it was nothing, really. It was nothing. It's kind of breakfast time with me at the moment. So, I'm having a perfectly good time.
This is the morning for you. You've just woken up.
Exactly.
Oh, perfect. So you're at your peak.
I'm at the... No, I'm at breakfast time. I'm at breakfast time, but I feel fine.
Now, where exactly in Britain are you from?
I was born in the northeast of England, in a place called Newcastle upon Tyne, which is near Scotland, up up a bit.
Oh, okay.
But I live in London for most of the time now.
Oh, all right. So is that? Did you ever do the working men's clubs? Is that what they call them?
No. No, I didn't do the working men's clubs. I'm not really a stand-up comedian as such. You know, I'm slightly more a comic actor, as it were. So working men's clubs wouldn't quite be my bag.
No.
Not really.
Bag. Is that an American term? Bag. Do they say that in London? They say, it's not my bag.
It's not my bag. Well, I do, yes.
Just
but
the emphasis on bag.
Yes, well, it's just the way I speak. I like bees.
Yeah, oh, you like these? Well,
Bag
sure,
and
Mr. B. Sure.
Blob and bob and...
Now, obviously you must get recognized all over the place in England, because your show is #1.
Yes, it's, yes. I mean, you know, it would be immodest and not very British of me to admit to any celebrity whatsoever, but I suppose in Britain I am pretty well known.
Yeah.
And it has its ups and downs, you know, and some people are very, you know, I mean, sometimes when people meet you, they behave very strangely, you know, they're desperately trying to behave in a perfectly normal fashion, but they're so distracted by the fact that they recognize you, and bank tellers. Last year I went into a bank to cash a check, and I handed over the check, and she said, thank you, and she said, oh, Mr. Atkinson, I'm such an admirer of your work. Could you sign this piece of paper for my daughter? So I signed the piece of paper, and I handed it back, and she took it back, she put it to one side, and she looked at my check, and she said, now, do you have any means of identification? And you think, well...
Now, do you come to the United States? Do you come here very often? Is this...
No, I've been to, you know, I'm like most Europeans, and I come to Los Angeles occasionally, and I come to New York occasionally, and there's this huge bit in the middle that we know absolutely nothing about. Right. It's terrible. My ignorance is awful and an embarrassment. But I've come to New York a couple of times. I have a commercials and advertising contract with a credit card company in Britain, and we shot one in New York. That was the last time I was here, a couple of years ago, and we stayed at the Plaza, and we shot at the Plaza. We shot in this amazing suite. The top floor of the Plaza has this thing called the Presidential Suite, which is this massive suite of rooms, very, very high, beautifully decorated. And it costs $10,000 a night.
$10,000 a night?
This suite. It's huge. I mean, I'm sure you could get a deal, but it's... but to most of us, we have to pay $10,000. Well, not that I was paying anything for this, for the privilege of filming in this place. And the decor is amazing, because it's so bright. It's sort of vermilions and sky blues and gold and big flock scarlet wallpaper. You know, it really takes you... takes your breath away. You have to shield your eyes when you go in the place. And we were shooting in there a lot, and I was chatting to the assistant manager. I never got to see the manager, obviously, being English, but I got to meet the assistant manager, and I was talking to him about this decor, and I said, this decor's quite something, isn't it? And he said, oh, isn't it stunning? And I said, well, it certainly says hello. You know, there's no doubt about that. And I said, but there's something about it that mystifies me, because I would have thought the kind of people who could afford $10,000 a night for this suite strike me as the kind of people who would want something a bit more subtle, a bit more discreet, a bit more laid back. And he said, no, all the big stars love it. Stevie Wonder stays here. It really was the most extraordinary thing. He really did say. He really did say.
You know, I want to ask you, I saw you do something on one of your specials. This thing where you change clothes without taking your pants off.
Yes.
And I was telling someone about it, and they said, oh, it's a video trick. And I said, no. You know, he's an actor, he's a comic. And I said, and I have a suit here.
Oh, dear.
And I know you just got off a plane, but...
How unfortunate.
Well, this is sort of a bet. It will make me $5. Could you do... I want to show him that this
Right, okay. Right, okay. Now, as you know, Englishmen love to take their trousers off. We have a... If you want to entertain someone, take your trousers off. That's our motto. You ask Hugh Grant. He knows about this. So what do you do? So this is how to act with discretion and decorum on the beach. Should you wish to change into a swimming suit while you've got your trousers on and you've nowhere to hide behind. So you put... I'll tell you what, I'll take my jacket off as well. Yeah, you're in the worst possible place, David. Good luck.
Bad seat.
Good luck back there. Right, okay, here we go. This is it. Okay, you put... We call these swimming trunks in England, but I'll call them...
Trunks.
But you know what they are, trunks. So you got your trunks on like this. And then, so what do you do first? Take your trousers off. Good luck, studio. So you do this, you take everything down like this, trying to maintain as much decorum as you can. Like this. Okay, like this. And then, okay, so you're so far, so good. But this, obviously, there appears to be a logical incongruity here where you can't... Well, start with either leg, but it can be the right leg. You start like this, gotta be discreet. Gotta be discreet, you pull it out like this, like... And then you can, there you are. There you go, okay? And then all you do is feed the pelvis. Feed your right leg. Take it gently, feed it through. On the program, our favorite redneck, Jeff Foxworthy, very funny man, will be here from Baywatch. Yasmin Bleeth, just a fun name to say, and the music of Chris Isaak. And when we come back, oh, you don't want to miss this, Bonnie Raitt with the legendary Bo Diddley right after this. Ooh, gonna be good. Be right back. My guest, Bo Diddley. How'd the guys treat you, okay? Pretty good musicians?
These cats is troopers.
Yeah? Hey, congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you.
You know something? I got a girl for you. If you don't mind her dentures falling out once in a while.
No. First of all, my wife ain't going for it.
Oh, Bo Diddley, thank you, sir. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank
Bonnie
you.
Raitt, thank you very much. Always good. Rowan Atkinson, folks. Mr. Bean, the amazing adventure of Mr. Bean. One of the funniest tapes you can get around. It just killed me. I've seen it over and over again. Thank you, Ron, for coming. Thank you very much. David Duchovny, the X-Files, every Friday night. Thank you, David. And thank you, Ron Popeil. Tomorrow night, comedian Jeff Foxworthy from Baywatch, Yasmin Bleeth, and Chris Isaak. And thanks, folks. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.